So to edit an email in the membership module, so click on Setup first of all, and then Default Emails, and that's where you'll see the list of all of your email templates. And to edit one, all you need to do is click on the one that you want to edit. So I'm going to choose the email that goes to the member called Membership Status Changed to Active. Okay, so the first tab, the Details tab, gives me information such as, is the email enabled, the email address it's coming from, and the name that it's coming from. In this case is using the global defaults. If there was text in either of these boxes, then that text would override your global defaults. The subject line is using placeholders, you can see here. Now the placeholder is identified by the square brackets. You add one by putting your cursor in a spot, and then from the list of placeholders choosing the relevant one and clicking on the orange button. Okay, so you can certainly edit the subject line if you don't like the way it reads. The send type should always be HTML and plain text when going to one of your members. If it's just an administrative email, then it doesn't matter if it's only plain text. And the theme, you want to be choosing the default theme. So this is the header, footer, colors, fonts, etc. In your email. You can also add attachments if you want to there. Alright, so what we'll do, whenever you make any changes, make sure you save before moving on to the next tab. Okay, so we have two tabs next where we edit the email, one for HTML body, one for plain text. Let's have a look at the preview tab to see what that actually looks like. So the subject, your association gold membership, has been activated. Okay, so straightforward message there. And the thing to remember with any of the previews, we have to make up pretend sample information for the placeholders, because this is not linked to an actual contact in the database. It's not linked to a membership with dates and statuses associated with it. So please bear that in mind when you're looking here. The only way to actually see it populated with the information that would be a true reflection would be to actually sign up for the membership yourself and receive, so that the system will generate the email and you actually receive it. Okay, so hi John, or whatever the person's first name is, regarding that membership type, your membership is now approved. It will expire on such and such a date. We'll advise you when your membership is up for renewal, your username is, and your password is. So there's a link here to reset the password. Okay, so a couple of things here. If this is an email that's telling someone their membership has been set to active, this is the email that welcomes them as a member. So you can see you're going to have a bit of work to do here. You want to turn this into an opportunity to really engage that person as a member in your association. So definitely this email needs editing, and also every email, really, it's good practice to put in the person's username so that they can interact with your system. You know what it's like, it's very easy to forget your username. And you can also, if you wish, add a link for them to reset their password if they can't recall what it is. Okay, so and scrolling down further, by the way, you also get to see what it looks like just in the plain text, okay, without the formatting. So what we'll do now is actually go in and edit. So we'll click on the HTML body. Okay, so to first name, this is our first placeholder here regarding whatever the membership type is. You might want to put something like this. Congratulations. And then your membership type is now, and of course the status in this case will be active, because that's the purpose of this email. Okay, Alright, so that kind of thing. In fact, even this one here will advise you when your membership is up for renewal. I think possibly I've added that in on a previous occasion myself anyway. So do make sure you edit this email. Okay, so I'll click save there, which is at the bottom there. Then what I'll do is go back into HTML body. I need to reproduce those changes in the plain text body. I don't really want to type it all again. So what I'm going to do is just copy it. Okay, so I'll copy those two paragraphs and then click on the plain text body tab, and I will select that information. Oops, I think I copied instead of pasted. How annoying. Sorry everyone. Okay, copy, and then Control V for paste. That's better. Okay, so what I will also do is just remove that gap there, and once again scroll down and click save. So just pointing out also, and I'll do this here as well, I'll hit Shift Enter to put the password on a new line rather than being in its own paragraph. If I wanted to add another placeholder, and I'll just choose any as an example, but if wherever my cursor appears is where the placeholder will appear, and I just click the orange button that you can see there next to the placeholder, and then that placeholder appears there. Okay, so what we'll do now is save this and have a look at it in the preview. Okay, so that's reading better already. Now of course you may want to add more than that. You can also send yourself a test email. Okay, so once you do that, you can then have a look at what it will look like in your particular email client, whether that be Outlook or Google or whatever or Lotus Notes, whatever the case may be. The other thing with the preview, remember I said the information is made up, okay, because we don't actually know the relevant data to put in the email. We only know the placeholder information that needs to be included, and that is what you'll also see in your test email. Okay, it will be made up sample data. You can see the sent log here for every one of these emails which the system has either attempted to send, represented by a red box with a cross in it, or been successful in sending, a green box with a tick in it. Okay, and then finally the sent report. Okay, now I don't have Flash Player installed on this particular browser that I'm using today, but if you do, then you will be able to see the sent report for this membership type as well. Okay, so when you're done, click Save and Return, and then that's your email all edited. You can also customize it, but there's another tutorial on that subject.